asked here because I'm an environmental justice activist, and of course the way Bill C-51 is worded, it criminalizes as terrorism not just attacks on critical infrastructure, but also attacks on the economy itself. And I'm an environmental activist in a context where the land is being destroyed at an accelerated pace. New technologies that allow for open pit mining, the tar sands, large-scale logging, this is all making it such that the world that we depend on, the nature that we depend on to buffer the climate, is being destroyed at this incredible rate. And for the first time, I really feel like the environmental movement is gaining so much momentum globally, not just around climate change, but also supporting Indigenous land defense. And what we've seen in Canada in the past few years is that blockades, occupations, things, actions that are disrupting the economy are gaining more and more support. And so just this year, there's already been 2 leaked reports. One, the entire text was leaked, so everyone was able to read it, about the RCMP. And I read the entire thing, and I was really surprised, actually, that it wasn't just a documentation of these perceived terrorist threats, mainly Indigenous land defenders. But about half the report was propaganda. This report served as an internal propagandizing tool for the RCMP itself. It had really problematic and incorrect stats about how most people in Canada don't believe in climate change, about how, basically all of our facts, we believe all these things about the tar sands and we're actually factually incorrect. I mean, the entire thing read like it was written by Ezra Levant. And I mean, it was actually really, really incorrect. And if I have more time and if people would be interested, I could actually, go through each of the actual factually misleading paragraphs it had in it. But this made me realize something. Something that the federal government is extremely aware of. And that is that the biggest threat to the oil and gas and resource extraction industry is not terrorism. Of course not. This entire Bill C-51 was founded on a lone gunman, the scare of a lone gunman in Ottawa, and something that happened all the way in France. So that's not the biggest threat at all to the oil and gas and extractive industries. But the biggest threat is that these disruptions to the economy and support for land defenders, especially Indigenous land defenders, has grown to an all-time high. So we're the biggest threat to the oil and gas industry. Us and all the reasons that we have for doing what we do. And that's why these RCMP reports were filled with all of this incorrect information to make it seem like everything that we believed was based on lies, and that the average Canadian doesn't even support what we have to do. And so, I wanted to say that not only will we not let Bill C-51 stop us, but we can't let Bill C-51 stop us. The fact that Bill C-51 is being pushed for is because these actions that disrupt the economy are an all-time high in terms of their support. And if we're going to do what is required of us in this age, we all need to be on the front lines defending the environment. We need more communities like Judy De Silva's that have these blockades against the destruction of their environment, and we need to support them as allies and accomplices. And so, I guess since I'm supposed to rabble-rouse, I want to get you guys to all say something with me. So, are we going to let Bill C-51 stop